If you are tired when you wake up, it may be because you spent the night snoring. Snoring is a symptom of sleep apnea. In this excerpt from the OETA documentary series Stateline, Robert Birch examines a serious problem that can lead to high blood pressure, stroke, and diabetes.
Can't sleep because of simple nervousness, overwork, or fatigue. Try Sominex.
Over 70 million Americans suffer from insomnia, and for decades they've been taking sleeping pills with varied degrees of success. In the last 30 years, most of the focus has been on a different disorder, sleep apnea. The largest group of patients suffering from a sleep disorder is children, some as young as 3 months old. Caleb Stevens has had problems since he was born.
He sleepwalks every night. Every night. He will run and then he will run in place. Most of the time it's running in place. That he'll just run in place and seem confused at the same time. He gets up in the middle of the night. Most of the time it's just running around. Sometimes he'll get in the food. Like one night he got into a package of hot dogs and got the knives out and a pair of scissors and started cutting into it, but he was cutting his hand instead of the package of hot dogs. Of course, we were freaking out. Walked in the hallway, and there was a trail of chips. We were like, what is going on? So I walked into the kitchen. You know, there's a handprint on the refrigerator, and there's just blood kind of scattered everywhere. I guess he got a hold of the chips, and of course he went into the bedroom, and that's where I found him at, was laying next to the nightstand with chips everywhere.
To find out what's wrong, Caleb will spend the night in the sleep lab.
Caleb? Is that you, buddy? All right, come on in. We're gonna take care of you tonight, okay? My name's Floyd, okay? It's nice to meet you. I know. Hi, Mom. Come on in.
After checking in, Caleb is fitted with a series of wires before bed. With children and adults, it's important to put the patient at ease.
Ooh, what was that? I think you have air in your head, buddy. We let them know that it doesn't hurt, and there's no owies, you know, with the pediatrics. I think it was you. Here at our facility, we have 3/4 of our patients are children compared to our adults.
Should we go like
we
this?
see children with
Or like
of
this?
all ages.
Like this way better?
The youngest one,
Yeah, I bet
I've
you
done
do.
a sleep study on, was 2 days old. The oldest patient I've had was 94. So as you can tell, it's from birth to, you know, geriatrics. So I mean, we see everyone. Children, the first things they typically look at is their tonsils and adenoids to see if those are enlarged or might be causing some issues for them. You're going to sleepwalk here? Well, I'll be able to see it, okay? If you get up and start to sleepwalk, I will run in here, okay? So you don't get hurt, okay? I'm going to have a bed rail right here, so hopefully you can't get out of bed. All right, good night, buddy. We'll see you in the morning. Good night.
Sleep technician Floyd Payne will watch Caleb's readout as he sleeps, looking for irregularities in heart rate, muscle movement, and breathing. After monitoring 2 hours of sleep, the decision is made to put the patient on a continuous positive airway pressure, or CPAP machine. The CPAP opens the relaxed airways by gently increasing the air pressure.
In the early 70s, 90% of children were getting their tonsils removed because of recurrent strep infections. And they did that same review in the early 2000 era, and they found that over 90% of children were getting their tonsils removed for sleep. So in that 30-year period, we have had a complete pendulum swing on the indications for adenotonsillectomies in children. And when exactly it happened, well, you know, it's hard to say, to pinpoint, but little by little we've been seeing studies come out demonstrating the importance of proper sleep in the younger ages and why that can affect cognitive performance, like I said, behavioral performance, and overall quality of life.
I already won Bluefish.
New research suggests a link between sleep disorders and behavioral problems in children, including ADHD and aggressive or bully behavior.
It's good for the face.
My hope is to get him better. Hopefully we don't have to put him on a CPAP machine. Hopefully we can fix the issue of the airway and then, you know, see after what happens with Dr. Glade and just see what we can do afterwards just to get him better.
Sleep is the body's antidote to the damage done to our bodies during the course of the day. New research holds the promise of discovery and hope for thousands who remain sleepless in Oklahoma.